Preparing for meditation. Some of the things I like to do. I hear many questions in the group ask about how do I make meditation a habit? And what I suggest is making it part of your morning routine, just as you would make part of your morning routine waking up, having some breakfast, having some tea or coffee, or taking a shower. You have to schedule your meditation session in the morning. And when you make it part of your morning routine, you're much more likely to stick with it on a regular basis. It's just part of your daily routine. So there's really no trick to consistency. I mean, are you consistent with eating? Of course, there's a natural drive of hunger that makes us want to eat. But how do we make meditation a consistent habit? Well, to me it's no different than, say, working out, or maybe even easier for people who don't work out, taking a shower. Every day we take a shower, we use water to cleanse ourselves. In a very similar manner, meditation is a way to cleanse ourselves of the old habits, to cleanse ourselves of any type of residual impressions, thought impressions, environmental impressions, moods, interactions, stuff that just sticks to you, stuff that clings to you, whether it's energetically clinging to your energy body. Sometimes we go into a situation and we're around, we're around other people who perhaps are hostile or aggressive. We're out in the world, we run into some traffic, and there's somebody out there who's not having a good day, and we feel that, and so that's something that we want to regularly cleanse. Our interactions with people, our interaction with the world, is something that we should constantly seek to purify ourselves of, because that's the stuff that sticks. It's like hearing a song in your head over and over and over again. It really doesn't do you much good to repeat a song over and over and over again, unless it's a special song. And today we're going to talk about a special song, and it's the song of Om. Om, spelled A-U-M or spelled O-M, is a very popular mantra. It's also known as the seed syllable in Sanskrit. When we use the mantra Om, and today I'll be using a version spelled A-U-M, and really the only difference is the pronunciation. When you use the version that's O-M, it sounds similar to Om. When you use A-U-M, it's more of a This is a very slight difference. I prefer the A-U-M. And when you chant the mantra for meditation, it's no different than any other meditation technique, in that it's designed to give you something to focus on. But it goes way beyond that. The mantra Om is actually a sound, an utterance, a sound wave that can have positive effects on your subtle body. And those positive effects are basically opening of certain channels, opening of meridians, or what are called nadis, which are energy channels in our energy body. And if your energy channels aren't flowing properly, it could impede your meditation practice, but it could also impede your mood. It could impede your health. It could affect all sorts of things, your mind state, how much energy you have, how much energy is getting up to the head for mental activity, clarity, and all that great stuff. So the mantra Om, when we sit to, part of the journey into sound, and by the way, welcome, this is day 20 already of the 30-day journey into sound. Just 10 more days, my friends. 10 more days. When repeating a mantra, and there are many, The mantra Om is just a simple mantra that we can repeat out loud, and it gives us something to become absorbed in. You want to become absorbed in the sound. Now, what do I mean by that? Obviously, I'm sitting here, I'm not going to become absorbed in sound. What are you talking about? It's our awareness, our attention, that is a field of energy, and it can become things. It can be merged with things. And this is part of perception. When we learn to merge our attention field, our awareness field, with sound, with beauty, with higher dimensional realities, with energies, and higher frequency energies. So this is how we get our attention out of being stuck. Most of the time our attention, this is really the purpose of meditation practice, the seated meditation practice, is to train our attention from being stuck all the time. Our attention is always stuck within a routine. It's stuck within a habit, the habit of mind. Our attention is stuck within the thought forms. And it's simply just because that's what we do all the time. We're constantly thinking. Whatever you do all the time will become a habit. So this is why it's important to meditate as much as possible, because the state we reach within meditation will become a habit. Let me repeat that. The state that we reach within meditation will become the habit of your mind. Eventually. Slowly but surely. But if we don't practice, then it's not going to happen. You can read all the books you want. You can listen to all the guided meditations and YouTube channels, gurus, teachers, guides, whatever you want to call them, coaches. But unless we have a dedicated personal practice every day, there's not much change that's going to take place. And I'm a big believer in the fact that meditation is about change. Another word for change is transformation. It's one of the hardest things to do. But we're not changing into something. We're basically changing out of something. We're basically returning back to our original form, which is, you guessed it, nothing. Nothingness. Or perhaps a better word from nothingness is emptiness. Or perhaps purity, stillness, our native state, our natural state of mind, our natural state of pure awareness, of pure consciousness. And it's really simple. The fact that we're not right now in our natural state of consciousness is simply due to these habits, the conditioning of our minds. From day one, we were born into this world, we're taught a language, we're taught via our family, parents, friends, whatever, schools, society, culture. We're taught a way to be. We're given a name, an identity. We're told this is how a man thinks, this is how a woman thinks, this is how a man dresses, this is how a woman dresses. Of course, a lot of that is changing now. But we're taught. We're programmed. We're conditioned. So our mind, and I always bring back the old analogy or the old visualization that imagine if you were born on a deserted island with no influences whatsoever other than your environment, nature. Who would you be there? Would you be the same person that you are here, that went through the experiences of this life, that you were born with, the culture, the indoctrination, the conditioning that's taken place from day one has formatted and created a way of perceiving the world. And this way of perceiving is, in most circumstances, very limited. Because we think, we're viewing the world through thought, we're viewing the world through our impressions, we're viewing the world through our definitions, we're viewing the world through a filter that isn't necessarily true. But we go along with it because we don't know any better. and we don't know any other way until we just get so fed up with it that we look around for some sort of alternative way of viewing. And most of the time, we discover things like meditation, mindfulness, perhaps other disciplines, martial arts, yoga, whatever you are attracted to, because you sense that the mind can be influenced, that you understand that the mind can be returned to its original state. And so that's really what meditation practice is all about. There's many different paths, there's many different techniques that can bring you to the meditative state. So today we're going to be experimenting with the mantra Om. The mantra meditation is a very powerful meditation. When repeated, recited, when uttered, when chanted, the mantra has two main effects. Firstly, it is a way to focus our attention. By listening and by repeating the mantra, we will be completely concentrated on the sound, listening to the sound, as well as feeling the sound energetically, physically, emotionally. And this has a very specific effect. But the other effect is that the mantra has a subtle effect on our energy body, in that it helps to open up energy flow. You know, sound is a very powerful medium for many things. For transmission, you can transmit via sound, information, music. You can heal with sound. You can kill with sound. You can harm with sound. You can levitate with sound. Sound is frequency. Sound is vibration. Everything is sound, in fact. Everything in creation. And so the mantra Om is known to be the root of all creation. It's the root syllable. You know, in the beginning was, how's the old Bible quote go? In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. Well, that's a translation that really means that in the beginning was sound. And sound is creation. That's really what that means. So, without further ado, what I'll do is I will set up a timer, and we're going to meditate today for 20 minutes. So I've got my timer all set up. I use an app called Insight Timer. I don't do any of the guided meditations on there, but I've set up a little timer that uses cool bells. Let's see if I can, sounds of bells. And for about 10 minutes, I'll be chanting the mantra Om. And as we do this, the same principles apply. I will be becoming as still as possible and also surrendering to the sound. Just like I've been doing with the music meditation, is becoming still as possible and surrendering to the music. Now, we all know what becoming still means. It means no movement. But there's also a simultaneous process, because if it was just a rigid stillness, that would not be effective of an application here. That would not be the best way to apply stillness for meditation. Stillness needs to be coupled with surrendering. And surrendering is a process of letting go. It's the opening of the fist. Right now, we are a ball, a knot, a fist of energy. Surrendering is letting go. Release. Relax. Loosen. Untie. We're like a ball of knot, and we need to loosen the knot in order to experience what's beyond this limited self, this limited personality. So join me, my friends, as we chant the mantra Om. Very simple. Follow along. We will chant for about 10 minutes, and then for the second half The second 10 minutes, we'll just be meditating in silence. Because the idea is that we use these techniques as a bridge into the meditative state. Once we're in the meditative state, we can let go of the technique and just be. Okay, so let's give it a try. Get my timer going. Sit up straight, whether you're seated in a chair or sitting on the floor. Don't lay down. When you lay down, I hear this question a lot. Should I lay down to meditate? I lay down to meditate. I get sleepy. Don't lay down to meditate. You lay down to go to sleep. It's very important to be vertical, which we can talk about later. There's a reason why we need to be vertical, perpendicular to the earth plane. Okay, so take a big deep breath. With each breath, we will chant the mantra Om. So we're going to inhale in the nose. Alright, well thank you my friends again for joining me in another meditation session. We will see you in the next one. Take care.